When we are only testing one intervention against another, assignment is pretty simple. You get one or you get the other. But when we're testing more than two things, especially when each subject may get more than one intervention, we should consider a factorial design. That's the topic of this module in experimental design. Let's say we were testing the effects of both vitamins A and D, for instance. We could test some subjects on vitamin A, some on vitamin D, and some on neither. But it's possible that we might also want to know how these vitamins affect each other. We can use a factorial design, thinking of all the combinations possible. There's no vitamins, vitamin A only, vitamin D only, and vitamin A and D. Once we've got all the combinations of factors determined, we can randomly assign subjects to each of those boxes. Interpreting whether there's an interaction can be straightforward. Let's take this example. We could plot vitamin A yes or no on the x-axis. Then we can plot response on the y-axis. You also plot separate points for vitamin D yes or no. If the lines by vitamin D are parallel, then there's no interaction. Otherwise, this means there is an interaction. Interactions are considered moderate when the effect, positive or negative, is the same for the first factor regardless of the second factor, although the magnitude of the effect is different. An interaction is considered strong, however, if the effect of one factor is pretty much entirely dependent on the second factor. If the effect of vitamin A is positive when there is no vitamin D, but negative with vitamin D, that's a strong interaction. If there's no effect of vitamin A without vitamin D, that's a strong interaction too. How do we set up a factorial design? Our goal is to maximize our chance to see if an effect is real. That allows for decreased sample sizes or for increased power. Let's take an animal model first. We have 3 drugs that we think might increase mouse activity. If we wanted to test out all 3, one thing we could do is to test the drug we think has the biggest chance of succeeding first. If it doesn't, then we can move on to the next. It could take a lot of time and money to test drugs one at a time this way. But what if the first drug had worked? Do we stop after one success and potentially miss an even bigger success later on? We also can't see if there are interactions. The factorial approach, shown in this diagram, allows us to assess all the factors at once, get information on all of them, and test for interactions, all with an efficient use of resources. We use factorial designs in human research as well. As an example, we can use a study from 2016, published in JAMA Internal Medicine. It was a randomized controlled trial that examined whether exercise and vitamin D supplementation might reduce falls and falls resulting in injury in elderly women. Its robust factorial design allowed for the examination of the independent and joint effectiveness of these 2 interventions. Exercise did reduce the rate of injuries, but vitamin D did nothing to reduce either falls or injuries from falls. Factorial designs also allow for hidden replication. We don't just get one group versus another for each factor of interest. We get many of them. These can be averages for a more accurate assessment of the effect of each factor. You can imagine that factorial designs can be very useful in drug studies, especially when we want to see how they interact. Regardless, factorial designs and analyses that accompany them let researchers determine how factors work independently and together. Statistical packages allow you to control for any number of factors to determine both of these outcomes. Considering and reporting all of them will lead to research that's more likely to hold up over time. This training module is part of a series funded by the National Institutes of Health.